Hi, welcome. This is now day 11, and we're going to go a little bit further with the back bends. We started the back bends yesterday, so we're going to carry on with that. Today, you will need a nice, sturdy, straight back chair or a yoga chair, and a nice, sturdy one. A blanket, maybe 2 blocks, maybe a bolster. See how we go. Anyway, we're going to start off the class in the mountain pose. So just bring the feet together, inner heels, inner ankles touching, looking straight ahead. Press the feet, lift the knees, draw the thighs onto the thigh bone. Again, the abdomen gently towards the spine. Stretch to the fingers. Shoulder blades draw onto the back ribs. This is going to be a key thing today, is to learn to really work those shoulder blades. Anyway, neck nice and balanced on top of the chest, looking straight ahead, nice, even breathing. Just take a few seconds just to center yourself before the class and to bring the attention into the body. And then from here, just take the feet hip width apart, and we're going to just raise the arms up. Again, using the in-breath again. So breathing in, raise the arms up. Turn the palms forward and stretch the fingers up to the ceiling. Again, we don't want to arch the back now. We want to keep the back straight. So the abdomen has to draw slightly in and widen at the bottom to maintain the equal spine, that the level spine. So we don't want to arch. Now press the feet and reach to the fingers. And we really want to reach so much so that we feel we're hanging from a cliff. So reach them up as much as you can, of course. Looking straight ahead. Try to keep the throat soft. Reach the arms up, press the feet down. Then from here, we're going to take the arms back. And as you press the feet, we're going to use the feet to lift the chest up. Draw those shoulder blades onto the back ribs and lift the shoulder blades up. Try to, again, create that space in the lower back. But press the feet, lift the chest, reach to the fingers, and then come upright, and then release the arms down and just wave the arms around a bit. We're going to, before we go into the back bends, the further back bends, we're going to just do the goddess pose. This is quite a well-known yoga pose. So you take your feet wide, 45 degrees at an angle like that, and then the hands to the chest. And then we're going to bend the knees. So just coming into a nice seated position, keeping that back nice and straight. So we're not arching the bum out, we're not drawing it under. We want to keep it nice and straight. And from here, we're going to experiment now with the hips. So as you're sitting on your hips, draw those outer hips in. You can even use your hands to draw those outer hips in without changing the shape of the lower back. And allow that feeling of lifting to come up to the spine. And then just relax the shoulders. So as you can sink even further down, but we want those outer hips to draw in, to feel that nice strength so that the spine can rest on those strong hips. But then lift upwards. Just feel that nice strength that comes from the hips, that freedom it gives to the spine. Drop the shoulders, just look straight ahead. And you can practice it during the day, because we're going to use this principle in a yoga pose tomorrow as well. So just practice it a little bit and then press through the feet and come up just roll the arms. You can just sway the legs. And now we come to our back bends. So we're going to concentrate more on the camel pose today. That's the one where you bend backwards. And so as a preparation, we're going to use the chair, take a blanket and put it over the backrest. Now, what we're going to do is going to seem very scary, but just go along with me. We want the distance of the chair. So if you measure your arms, about an arm's length, but slightly more. So just like so. And we're going to come backwards to the chair, to the wall. So I'll just quickly show you like this. And then we want to straighten the arms like that. And then we just need to be careful not to topple the chair. But if you do it correctly, it should be quite safe. The backrest of the chair must come to the bottom point of the shoulder blades. So it's going to help draw those shoulder blades up into the ribs in our back bends. Anyway, so just go very carefully. And, you know, you can have more blankets on the backrest as well. So just come up, lean to where, just below the shoulder blades. We're going to just lift up, get the weight nice and steady, holding with one hand, take the other hand to the wall. Once you're nice and steady to the wall, take the other hand to the wall. We want to see if we can straighten the arms and allow the backrest of the chair to lift the shoulder blades up. As we press the feet, now keep the knees in line with the hips. Don't let them sway out. Keep the feet forward. Now press through the hands. And again, find that lift in the spine and the chest. Spine away from the hips, the chest lifting because the shoulder blades are being drawn onto those back ribs. And then nice, even breathing. Create space in the lower back. Now to come down, very tricky now. Keep one hand sturdy to the wall, and then take the other hand to the chair. Hold the chair nice and firmly, and then come to seated and sit upright. It seems a bit more scary than it is. In the beginning, the brain might go into fear mode, so just go slowly with this one. If you don't get it right now, we'll go back to it again. But it's really the brain never goes back, and then so it can sometimes elicit a bit of fear in the body. Okie dokie. And now we come to the back bends, the camel pose that I wanted to do. So we're going to just come on our knees. Now, if you've got bad knees, you can place a blanket on the floor. And we're going to just come with the feet underneath the chair. You can bring the chair a little bit closer. And then take the hands onto the seat of the chair like this. So we're using the hands now to leverage, again, those shoulder blades drawing onto the back ribs. So as you draw the palms into the chair, and the shoulders therefore go away from the ears, the shoulder blades draw onto the back ribs. And as you press the hands, you can lift the chest up. Now, you can feel the back bend starting. Now also lift those lower back ribs away from the lower back. You can find the right distance from the chair. Pressing those hands, lift those lower back ribs up, lift the shoulder blades up, lift the chest up, and just take the head in line with the spine. Now draw those shin bones down into the ground to help get that leverage to create the lift. Might be a bit scary, just take even breaths in and out. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chest up, draw the shoulders towards the hips, lift the shoulder blades onto those ribs, back ribs, and then press through the feet and just come upright again. You can try this a little bit further away from the chair now, so it's going to be more of a back bend. So just see how far you can go. We're not going to worry too much about keeping the thighs vertical. We're just a little bit further of a back bend. So hands onto the seat of the chair. Draw the same thing now. Draw the palms down. Chest forward. And then up. Lift the lower back ribs up. And now you'll feel it a little bit more in the shoulders. Draw those shins down to create the lift. Try to take a little bit the hips forward. You want to really feel the strength in the upper back. And now we want to feel the nice lengthening in the front of the spine. So lift. So not just the chest lifting up, but it's also lifting away from the hips and the hips slightly forward. Nice, even breathing. And then come up. Lovely. Okie dokie. And now we're getting closer to the normal camel pose. And for that, you might need the blocks or the bolster. Now, if you find you can try this, but if you find that it's too much, then stick to the chair one. It might be a work in progress. Again, you can have a blanket for the knees. But this time we're going to come right up to the wall. So we're going to squash the pubic bone against the wall. And then have you can even use the chair now here, or have a bolster or your blocks. Now, we often use a prop here to hold it there so that we don't come away from the wall. So you can use a blanket or anything handy just to make sure that your hips are really squashing against the wall. And then if you're using the blocks for the shins, they come on either side of the shins. I'm going to be using the bolster, or you can use the blocks on top of the bolster if that's where you are. But the way to get into the pose is what we're trying to do. So pinning the block to the wall, take the hands onto the hips. Now, again, driving those shin bones into the floor to help. Immediately there's a lift in the spine. Use your thumbs on your buttocks. And as you lift the spine up, now draw the buttocks down, lift the lower back ribs up, lift the shoulder blades up, and then pressing the shins, lift the chest up to the ceiling, keep the shoulders away from the ears, and then take your hands onto the bolster or the blocks, whatever you've got there. The head, we can hang the head back, but if your head is, you've got sore neck, you can just keep it in line with the spine. Now that, where we're pressing against the wall, is helping now to create that feeling of length in the front of the spine. And just hold. Try to get to know the pose, relax into the pose, lift the chest. And then slowly come up. There we go. So we've done the camel pose. If you want to do it again to the wall, you can. We're going to try it without any props. It might be a bit ambitious, but anyway, let's try it. So just coming away from all the props, just kneel. You can have your blanket under the knees. Then draw, again, the shin bones down. Use the thumbs to draw the buttocks down. Start lifting the chest. Take the head back. Lift the lower back ribs away from the lower back. Lift the shoulder blades up. Lift. And then drop the hands down, either onto support. They should be going onto your heels. But if you can't manage that, you can use the bolster. So they're really a lift in the spine. Draw the shins down. And then press through the shins and come up. There we go. We've done our camel pose. To release, we're going to just use the blocks or the bolster. We're going to sit cross-legged on the floor, right shin in front of the left shin. If you can't sit, then sit in the chair, like the chair twist that we did yesterday. Take your left hand to the right knee, take the right hand behind. First, get the spine nice and vertical and lifted. Breathe in into the crown, lengthen. Breathe out, and then twist. Try not to use too much the arms. Try to get the muscles in the spine to create the twist. So breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, and then twist. Again, these shoulder blades. Strong on the back ribs. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. And then come forward. Take the right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind. Drop the shoulders. Get the spine nice and level. Breathe in, lengthen to the crown. Breathe out. Keep that spine vertical as you twist to the left now. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Feel those shoulder blades drawing, helping to twist the left shoulder back and the right shoulder forward. And there we go. Take your hands forward, just slightly forward on the fingertips. Gently pressurizing the fingertips. Lift the chest forward. Drop the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades forward. Take the chest forward. Sink with the sitting bones downward. And then from here, we're not going to do a strong forward bend. We're just going to rest. Just hang your head down. Take a few breaths. And then come up. Yes, and now we're going to just rest in the Setubandha pose. So take your blocks to the wall. We're going to take our bolster. And now if you don't have a bolster, you can put a stack of blankets. The distance, we'll get the distance right now. So if you don't have blocks, you can just have the heels on the floor. So you're going to take your heels onto the blocks. Keep the knees bent for now, then slowly come down. Now, the distance of the bolster needs to be just below, underneath the shoulder blades, those back ribs, so you can get the right positioning like so. Then take the arms on either side. Now, with the knees, we don't want to press the feet and then drop the knees down and hyperextend the knees. So just watch that. Keep them straight, not bending backwards. Lift the knees, firm the thighs. So that's how we do it. We don't press the knees back. And then on that in-breath, let the chest lift up. Feel that nice expansion in the chest. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Take the arms on either side and then just rotate them outwards. so that the backs of the hands rest on the floor. Now, as the chest lifts on the in-breath, so we take at the same time the chin towards the chest and let the throat drop to the back of the neck. Take the gaze of the eyes towards the chest. And then just take a few even breaths in and out. Very nice, relaxing pose. Very good for posture, this one. Setubandha. So if ever you're feeling very tired, you can't hold yourself upright after a hard day's work, this is a very good way to rejuvenate the spine. From here, we're going to go straight into the corpse pose. So just bend the knees, lift the hips, take the bolster, and then just turn it sideways, or the blanket sideways. If that's too much trouble, just take them out completely out of the way. Use your blanket for the back of the head. We do need and then just shift away from the wall, and then release the legs, release the arms. Check that the shoulders and hips are level, that the lower back is in neutral, that the legs and the arms are the same angle from the body so that they're nice and even. And then just start relaxing. Relax all the muscles in the legs and the arms. Relax the abdomen and the throat. The eyes. So especially on the in-breath, the eyes drop to the back of the head. And then feel the weight of the back of the head, the shoulders, the arms, the hips, and the thighs and the heels. Just feel those areas that are touching the floor and allow them to sink into the floor. Allow the floor to completely support the body. And as the body is supported, so the postural muscles they don't have any work to do, so just let go. Allow everything just to release and sink. One area we don't want to sink is the chest. So when you breathe in, the chest expands. And then when you breathe out, we don't just let the air out and collapse the chest. Keep the chest nice and expanded. This allows for very efficient breathing. And we also allow now the breath to become soft and smooth. As we just fully let go, we'll spend a few moments in silence in the corpse pose. Then slowly become aware of your surroundings. Gently twiddle the fingers and the toes. Bend the knees one at a time. Take the right arm above the head. Roll onto the right-hand side. Rest the head on the right upper arm. Then gently open the eyes, but keep the eyes soft. And then straighten the left leg. Push yourself up with the left hand. Keep the head down. And come to a nice, erect, seated position. And with that, we end. So sometimes the back bends can be a bit invigorating. So just do something soft and to calm the nerves down. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.